Yo, Martin.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make.
Hey guys, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin. I hope you guys can hear this because this is one of those. Hey, let's test it out. What happens if I put it together as a Discord chat session? So like, you know, if you want to join this chat, all you had to do is use the Shadow Smoke Legion Discord and then join the Hangout Lounge. That's all you had to do. That's all you had to do. Okay. So as you can see, today is like 0.5. So I'm kind of like it's doing the 0.5 stuff.
Some people's got to join Discord first and then join the Hangout.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So I figure I do a small chat session today because I want to smoke. I just finished a few things. This is my celebratory smoke because some people actually willing to take on the Hashimoto project today, and it sounds like he knows what I want. All right, and we negotiated and talked about this. All right, like we literally said it's gonna be a lot of revisions. So quote me with that many revisions. Okay. So
And don't be mad.
no, they are gonna be mad.
No, but you should throw that in there. Don't be mad.
I can't ask that. I can't ask that. So, but yeah, I mean, I figure I smoked this. Like the other reason I choose this one is because I actually dropped this one, so you can see the foot is like dead. You know.
Oh yeah.
I dropped it, so I might as well smoke it now because, you know, I dropped it. Now, well, with good news is always bad news, right? So, I heard that today that they're not lifting the EU travel ban. So, what we're gonna do about this? I don't know what happened to James. Do we just wait till last minute kind of thing, or is he just gotta go ahead and cancel? What is going on with that?
Yeah, I don't know. He kind of talked about it a little bit with me
And then,
that he may just try to figure out how much money he can get back and go from there.
well,
Maybe come in February or something.
wouldn't he get the whole amount back because it's due to travel ban? So.
I hope so.
I think he will, because it's still plenty of time to cancel or even get a flight credit.
Right.
But that sucks, Donkey Ball, because I was really looking forward for James to come over.
Yeah.
But you will be over there in his place. You know, represent the urban, right?
There you go. I'll be representing.
Represent. I should definitely put the chat on here because I realize there's no chat here. So let's see, chat box. Let's see if I can do that. This one, at source. There we go. That way everybody can know what we're talking about. Hey Val, what's going on, Val? Val, you know, I watched Martin's video and I heard that you screwed him over. It's kind of weird though, you know. It's like, you know, what's up everyone? It's Martin and Maya. It's a lot more smooth than, you know, I am Martin and Maya. You know, it is versus I am. I think it's Martin and Maya sounds more like fluent, so it's more fluent. And I have to watch out for the feedback from Albert. Let me just mute him for now. When he come back, he can unmute himself. Yeah. So let's see. How am I going to get this to work? Here we go. It should work. I don't know why. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That kind of crap. But, you know, it will work eventually. event too, I think. Yeah, here we go. Oh, you got your first donation ready? Dude, the Christmas is still so far away. You're doing like Christmas already. Turn off diesel F350. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you can plan ahead. You can plan ahead. I mean, we're definitely gonna do something. So today I was like, looking to what we're doing for this year, next year. We do have another famous smoke cigar lounge meet, and we'll try to figure out what time to go. And then just happens that Copenhagen said that he have time to go during mid-October, and mid-October works for me because my birthday is on October 18th, so I can go there and celebrate. So it's not that bad. So right now, tentatively, just to do it on the weekend of the 16th. I think the 16th was the weekend. So, still in the planning phase. It's not finalized yet, but if you're interested, we are looking to hang out at the famous smoke shop at New Jersey. Okay, and that's sometime in October or November. But right now, it's most likely gonna be October because my wife actually have time to hang out in October. So, I'm not gonna go by myself if it's New York. My wife want to be in New York. She want to eat that damn donut. So, yeah. Smoking at Davidoff now. Yes. Not that I'm a Davidoff fan. I'm not saying anything about Davidoff. And, yeah. I'm going to cap this off and try to get rid of those, like, cracked rubber outside layer. And continue to just give it a little bit more fire so that it will start to burn normally. Hopefully. Let's spend a little bit of time today. Like I say, I worked out a description, a project, and I look for artists to do the Hashimoto. Oh, good, awesome. To do the Hashimoto logo, and I owe it to him because it is. I tried to make one for every mod, right? And he's been mod for a while. And I just cannot find somebody to willingly taking on his project. Basically, most people that take on his project didn't draw it at the same style or even close to the same style. So it's really hard to fit into our group mod logo. And then it usually ends up pretty bad. So finally I got it today. Albert, just so you know, I muted you because your background noise was loud and I hear feedback. So. Okay, so I'm glad that somebody's willing to take it on it. That they looked at our previous logos, and then they're like, oh, okay, this is something that I can try, and then we'll just do a lot of revisions until you're satisfied with it. And I was like, okay, that's fine. It's gotta be pricey, sure, okay, but within reason, right? Within reason, a few $100 within reason, I'm okay with that. So we'll just move on with those, and then hopefully this will be done before the event or something. I'm trying to get everything done so that I can, when I go to the event, I can just relax and just literally have fun at the event rather than thinking about which project I haven't finished yet, which project I haven't done yet. Okay. Now, like I mentioned last time, the membership card is being sent out. I should receive it sometime end of this weekend. Sometime end of this week, I should receive it. And once I receive it, I'm start packing it up. And then if you have the raffle winnings and all that stuff, they're all gonna go together. Especially for James Wilcox, Mrs. Wilcox's check, it's gonna go together with his card. And I'm looking to ship everything together, including the swag for the swag pack. I'll go to Michael. Yeah, I'm just looking to pack everything up, go to post office one time, and call it a day because there's quite a bit of stuff to send. quite a bit of stuff to say, right? And you know, I'm looking forward to October. I'm looking forward to September. I'm looking forward to August. And the reason I'm looking forward to August is kind of for the patrimonial. But the patrimonial is not available yet. I would think that it's available by now, but it's still not available yet. I'm kind of like a little bit disappointed, to be honest. I was like, oh, when can we get that? You know. So, but like I say, if you want to join us on this little smoke chat, just have to jump on Discord. We're in the hangout room. All right, we are in the hangout room. Okay, so just to click onto it, and make sure you know, some people are on. You know, this is one of the a way that, you know, you can join our live shows without being live shows. Right? Join our live show without being live show. And for Justin, if you're still here, like, I know we need to meet, but like, we've been raining forever. Every day is raining. Like, I can't even plan ahead and say, hey, let's meet up on Sunday because it's raining. Saturday, oh yeah, let's do a hangout Saturday. Raining. So, you know, I don't know when I can go to you. It's raining. What is the Discord info? Now, I just want to mention that it is for the Shadow Smokes Legion member only. Shadow Smokes Legion member only. So if you're not a member yet, you need someone to invite you into the Discord. For the trial period, the probation period, so you can be on. All right. So Brown Lobo, I actually don't know what your screen name is, and I don't think you're a member, so you have a hard time joining us. All right. So the Discord is only for the members, because we talk about quite a bit of stuff that's involved in decisions that group is making, you know, updates, notifications in the group. So that's why, you know, we only let the group people in, right? I mean, all the dumb stuff we say that everywhere doesn't matter. Just that for the decision stuff, you know, we keep it inside the group. You'd be surprised. A lot of designs, coins, swag, and all that stuff, they show up in the Discord first, and I usually try to move on one or another. Okay. But hey, Brown Lobo, you should have told me next time, you know, join us on like a regular show where we use Google Meet, so you can literally just jump on Google Meet. That's a lot easier. This is like the maybe first or second time that I use to test out how it would be like if I was to use Discord as a platform to join the chat and stuff like that. Okay. There is good and bad, of course. The controls are kind of weird. I have not figured out the best way to go about the screen, the volume, the sound. Like, for example, I think Discord actually have more feedback than Meet. Google Meet actually have less feedback. Google Meet is a control for sound, like noise cancellation is actually better. Albert, did you turn on your noise cancellation? I think there is an option for the noise cancellation on your microphone. So I think there is one. I just don't know where. Maybe on voice setting. So if you go to voice setting, maybe there is a sensitivity output volume. Huh. There right here. On the advanced, it's noise suppression. If you turn this on, I won't have to hear your noise. You know what I'm talking about? Albert? Are you frozen? I can't hear you because you're muted. I can't hear you because you're muted. I have to unmute. I have to unmute you. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you just had to unmute yourself.
I was unmuted. When you muted me, I still had my mic on, so you did a different mute.
Oh, wow.
But
That's
but
pretty good.
anyway,
So yeah. Anyway, so for
You good now?
I just want to tell you that you can actually turn on the noise suppression, so I don't have to hear your background feedback and stuff like that.
Is it good now?
Right, I guess right now it's good. I don't hear it right now yet.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
So yeah, like I'm surprised I can actually mute you guys without you guys to unmute yourself. That's actually pretty cool. Like some people won't even know they're muted. In a way, if I mute everybody, they don't even know they're muted. That's actually pretty good. You know, this might be the format we use for the Christmas raffle. Just mute everybody. I think there is like a one button mute all thing. I'm not too sure. I don't know. I think there is, but I'm not too sure. We could use this for the Christmas.
Tell Val the link is the Hangout Lounge.
Say that again?
Val's wanting the link.
Yeah, I was riding the Hangout Lounge, Val. Riding the lounge, yo. Ah, this thing. See? The glue ripped another hole in here. This is a cigar of destruction. Like, literally everything I do destroys the cigar. So, stupid me today. I tried to put away the top, the Euro top of a bed by rolling it up, putting the 96-gallon trash bag, and try to use a vacuum, just suck so that it will compact and then I can tighten it up, right? I've been doing it for like 2 hours. And literally every time I take the vacuum cleaner away, the strength of that memory foam just pushes back out. There was no way for me to get it to stay tiny. So I was so pissed off. Like, how the hell did the people do it for the, like, you know, in the box and all that stuff if I can't even do this shit, right? I was super pissed off. And then I went on Amazon. They actually sell that kind of shit. They literally just put the entire bed in there and they just vacuum it out and it will be flat. And I was like, really? I could have paid $20 to get this done, and then like spending 2 hours. So yeah, I just paid $20 to get that thing over so I can put away that bed. That bed is taking up a lot of space. People don't realize it. Sleep Number bed is literally a shell with foams on 4 sides, and then there's like a air bladder on the middle. And basically the foam are very, very hard. They're not really memory foam. They're actually solid air foam. They don't compress that well. They don't like to get flat. So like I spent 2 hours trying to get it flat. It just won't. It just resists and will not do it. Like I would literally waste 2 hours. I can't believe I wasted 2 hours. Anyway, Val, what's going on, man?
How's it going?
Pretty
Surprised
good.
you surprised me on a Monday night here.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I do jump on here and there. You know, it was my old habit. If you watch my old episode, like I'll see you guys like Saturday, and then I jump on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, I saw that. I think you did it a couple of times so far since I've been watching. But yeah.
Yeah, like I just don't like to smoke alone. Minus the time where I smoke in my bathtub, which I do prefer to be alone. But I feel like when you're smoking, it's a catalyst to do stuff. It's not like if I'm just want to smoking, then what is the point, right? So I want to smoke and I want to talk to someone, and maybe we can have a good conversation, maybe a bad conversation, but at least that's relaxation, right? That's that's what relaxes me. That's what I think what cigar is about, is to be with someone, talk with brothers, and share knowledge and vent, and that's literally I think what cigar is, right? This hobby is. If the cigar is just tasting the cigar, that's like going to a restaurant by yourself and just eat. Do nothing but eat. Don't even talk to the chef. Don't even talk to the waiter. Don't even say, my props to the chef. This didn't taste good. No, eat and you run. Right?
You know what? I find myself wanting to go to the lounge more. Not that I need to, but I want to, because I'm smoking at home and I go out by my garage on my deck or whatever, and I'm smoking alone. I'm listening to music, but I mean, which is fine, but I kind of miss that contact with somebody to talk to, regardless of what we talk about.
Right. The
You know,
interaction is what
the interaction, really, yeah,
is what
I
I
miss
want.
that.
Like when we started Shadow Smokes Legion, when we started from the Cigars Daily thing, it was the interaction, it's the brotherhood, it's the talking, it's the being with someone, is sharing knowledge, sharing information. That's what I want.
Yeah,
Because I don't feel like, especially for groups, I don't feel like you should join a group and not know anyone.
yeah,
Right? I feel like you should join a group and then to get as many people know you and you know as many people as well, and that's what counts. Or else, why join a group? Like, if
yeah,
I said it many times, if all people want to do is to share pictures, put on Instagram, all right, and then put a tag like USA, everyone will see it, right? Put a irrelevant tag, put a tag like Britney Spears gone wild, everyone will see your picture.
yeah. And I think that's what I find really interesting, and I really enjoy about this group. I go back when I hear, I hear Martins when he does his reviews, and he says, "I'm going to be meeting up tonight with the members of the Shadow Smokers Legion. We're going to do a little talking. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but I know we're going to talk. It's going to be a good time. Okay, it's going to be a good time. That's all they kept. It's going to be a good time." And yeah, so this group here, when I did finally connect, and I had belonged to other groups, but not so nearly as trying to connect, trying to speak with, or set up something as what's being done here with the Shadow Smokers Legion.
Cool. I mean, it's not for everyone.
No.
Throughout the 2 years now, what I realized is that some people really prefer to be literally in the shadows, and don't want that interaction, right? Some people join because people invited them, and then joined it, and then they go, I don't really know what I'm doing here, and but that's understandable because not everybody is willing to open up. Not everybody is like, oh, you know what, I need to go talk to someone, right? People's like, I just want to smoke my cigar, share what I smoke. I don't want to talk to anybody. And like I said, in that perspective, this group is not so much for you because, we audit people for that reason. We audit, make sure that you are involved. We push you to be involved, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's very important, to be pushed to be involved, to do stuff, right? I feel like when somebody is not doing the full potential, it's wasting their time and wasting everybody who's moderating the group's time, because there's a lot of effort to put it together. Let's put the event together. Let's put a swag together. Let's do something fun together. That's all put together, right? And just like if you join a motorcycle club, there's always got to be meat. There's always got to be things to do. You don't be someone just like, hey, I just want to be posting a picture of my motorcycle and never go to a ride, right? You guys go riding, I'm not going. Then what's the point, right?
Yeah.
So this is my, in a way, lounge, right? This is where I go and then I sit down. Like if I go into a lounge and I see the people that I know of, and like, hey, let's chat. Let's talk about dumb stuff. Let's talk about the things I see that's dumb, and let's share about the dumb questions that my wife always asks. Right? I think that's fun. I think that's entertaining, at least to me. And I feel like the changes throughout the 2 years, right? If you watch the old videos and stuff like that, a lot of times me talking to the chat, right? What is that, Podomo? I didn't mute you this time. This time you mute yourself.
It's a Padilla.
Okay.
Padilla. It's a 60 gauge, man. If somebody gave this to me, I'm smoking it. But man, I forgot how much I don't like 60 gauge.
Yeah, too big. And Greg is hang out with Scott too. Scott, the reason Scott obviously he's entitled to the prestige is because he does hang out a lot. He does the things and stuff like that. So I like that. To take the effort to meet people, take the effort to allow other people to meet you. It's very good. And before, like I said before, I was just talking to the chat room, and even being able to see an interaction, a feedback, that makes me happy. Right? So.
Yeah, I tell you what I like is when you have members that are spread out across the states, and yet there's a way or some kind of attempt to get a little meet, just a little, hey, even if there's 2 or 3 guys, just to show up and just say hi. So, to introduce yourselves, to talk a little bit, to meet each other. I'm amazed that, as much traveling as that Matt Hashimoto does, when he gets into Texas, Albert tries to meet up with him, Martin tries to meet up with him, and a couple other people. I said, wow, that is really something. I mean, how many group members are going to in clubs are going to try to do something like that? And look at what you just came back from, where Pennsylvania.
Yep.
You see, and now you made a little mention about maybe doing or trying to do something in October in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really something. I tell you. I mean, just to try to get out there and meet with some members that are spread out somewhere, that if you see them, type in on the chat on the YouTube. That's one thing, but to get to meet them, get to see them, get to talk to them, get to have a couple of cigars and whatever talk about.
Mm-hmm. I actually thought, because I don't join other groups. I think the first cigar group I joined was Cigars Daily. So I don't join other group often. And I actually thought that all the other group does this. I actually thought all the other group hang out, have chapters, have, people hang out, do events and stuff like that. I actually thought that before I was doing it. And when I start doing it, that's when people say, yeah, our group doesn't do that. And I was like, oh, okay, so what other stuff did they do? And that's when you realize, it's like, okay, the groups don't do much. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. Obviously, it's still a social experiment. You're still interacting with people. You're still showing what you have. But I feel like when you don't meet the person in person, when you don't really feel like you know this person, the value and the feedback that you get has less value. Okay.
And meaning, and maybe it's meaning, yeah, value and meaning.
And like, for example, if I was to go to a group and ask, what is the humidity I should be putting my cigars in? Right? You get like 20 different people give you 20 different humidities. Well, majority is going to be like 70. But you get 20 people, right? You start to go, who do I listen to? Right? But let's say if there's one person that you knew personally, say, hey, you know what? Put at 65. You'll be like, okay, I'm going to put on 65. I'm going to ignore all the other 70 just because one person I knew said 65.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mark. And hey, Carlos. Right? And that's the difference. That's the difference of knowing someone versus not knowing someone. Right? And I think that by having a group that's interactive, that people knows each other, like a family, when people say something, that something matters. Right? When someone had a bad day and then they say, I had a bad day in the group. Okay? That bad day translates. And I actually will feel, say, oh shit, that sucked. Right? In any other group, you should see somebody had a bad day, you probably just scroll by. I don't know this person. He had a bad day. Well, cry me a river. Right? But because you knew somebody, in that post has given its own meaning, right? It's like, okay, this person had a bad day, or this person had a good day. Let's celebrate with them. Let's dedicate today's cigar to this person, or let's a fellow member passed away. Let's have a cigar for this fellow member. It has a different meaning. It has a much deeper meaning.
Yeah. Another thing about, I know you mentioned the Discord, and we have the Hangout, which we're at now.
Mm-hmm.
But I quite frequently throughout the day do go to the Hangout channel and look to see if anybody's on.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know some people. I think Mark Rivera might be one of them who would type in something on the Discord and say, "Hey, listen, anybody want to go hang out in the lounge?"
Mm-hmm.
And if nobody answers, then he doesn't go. Whereas I would say, and if Mark, if you're listening, my suggestion would be, if you want to go hang out in the lounge and you want people to know and you want to type it in, say, "Hey, I'm heading out in the lounge. I'll be there in about 5 minutes. If anybody wants to join in, I'll be there. But go in the lounge and open it up." Because when I look at that, and like one time he typed it in, I want anybody got time for a smoke in the lounge, and I looked at it, and a few minutes later I checked to see if he's in the lounge, and there's nobody in the lounge.
Now,
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm saying I'm going to go hang in a lounge, I'm going to go in a lounge and open it up, and I'm going to cross my fingers, and hopefully somebody will come in and join. And if not, that's okay. I'm going to still smoke my cigar throughout the lounge.
so what we have is, if you look at the lounge under the voice channel, there is a music hangout lounge.
Yeah.
Right? I used to go in there and turn on the music, so there will be music playing, and that's more like a pending place. If you see someone in the music lounge, that means they're available. They're in front of the computers, right?
Okay.
And that's easier to tell if somebody's ready to jump into a hangout lounge, if they, because they listen to the music, they're hanging out, right? Because when you leave a message, I don't know if you're still available, right? I don't know if you're still available when I jump down, right? And if I jump in, there's nobody, it's kind of silent. So I would highly suggest the members, if you're looking for someone to join you, right? Put it down in the information. It says, I'm going to hang out in the lounge, and I'm gonna jump into the music lounge. And when I'm no longer available, I will jump off that music lounge. That way, you're not in a room that's empty. There has music, right? So it's almost almost like waiting, right? And if you jump in the music lounge and there's no sound, just post it. Say, I need some music in the music lounge. I will jump in there and turn it on.
It's a good point. I didn't think of it that way, but yeah, that's a good point to go into the music lounge first and see.
Right. Go to the music lounge, sit there for a while, let people know that you'll be waiting in the music lounge if anybody want to jump in the lounge. As soon as somebody jumps in the hangout lounge, you can jump into the hangout lounge because you're there. You can see the numbers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is one way to organize. I know, like, Albert will literally jump on the hangout lounge and just wait there. I've seen Albert did that. I have seen James did that. He would just open the hangout lounge and just sit there. And that's usually the time where I would jump in, sneak in, see anybody's doing anything, nothing, and I'll close and then jump back out. Because usually that's the time I'm actually doing stuff or whatever. Because it's usually when I'm working. So, but that is a one way I want to encourage people to use it. I mean, we pay for Discord. All right, the members do donate to the Discord, and then we have a better server and all that stuff try to use. So utilize it. You the members paid for it, so utilize it. All right, and also obviously we have a Patreon just for members who donate for operations. Mostly the money goes to the website. The website that we use, goes close to probably 1,000 something a year from what we're using right now, and that majority of the money goes to that, and whatever leftover goes to the Google Meet we use, and some portion goes to the Discord, and that's what the monies are for.
Okay.
I mean, some new members doesn't know that Shadow Smoke's Legion is purely funded by members and my pocket. And usually, what we do is we do raffles to kind of cover out some costs. We do majority of the time the swag at the end are usually in the red. Every swag that we make are in the red because I never charge people design costs. I never charge people production costs. I never, and all those stuff add up. But I feel like whatever reasonable is reasonable, and we do it in such a small number, so I just go with whatever number that I feel was reasonable, and a lot of times below cost. So, and what we use we will use the raffles earnings and stuff like that to help kind of fill that hole. But then again, I wouldn't want anybody to having to pay for my mistake. You know what I'm saying? That wouldn't make sense because I make a lot of mistake on designing. So a lot of time I have an idea. So, you know what? That idea sounds pretty good. Let me spend the money and get a designer and do it. And a lot of time the design will go to trash. It will go to nowhere. So, and then that's the thing. I feel like, I came up with the idea, so I'm responsible for it. So, if nobody likes it, then we dump it in the trash and then go to the next thing, right? So we're slowly doing this thing. Obviously, hopefully, in the future, we'll have enough members to cover majority of the costs. Right now, it's not too bad. I can handle it. Right? So
we could probably raise a lot of money from a bunch of Seahawks fans.
Why Seahawks?
Well, we just had to bet them in football.
I'm a Seahawks fan.
So,
yeah.
I mean, we make a lot of swag, but at the same time, we actually, I don't know, like, in 2 years we have everything, but I feel like we're playing catch up. That's why we have so many things. But then after I made everything, then I realized that all the other group doesn't do it. I start to feel bad. Like, look, Albert, you remember, right? Like every time we're like, oh, so what does other group does and we don't? And then, somebody will say something and we'll do it and then realize that other people don't do it either.
No, they don't do it.
So yes, that's true because some of the really the biggest surprise to me is what this club does as opposed to the other groups do is you had cigars done. I mean, I see other groups can do a coin. I can see other groups that can do a glass. But you don't see other groups doing a cigar.
I do.
I have
Cigar Dojo has made their own cigars.
Well, that's I don't even look at them as type of a group like ours. I really don't. I think they're more in a advertisement, promotional type of thing because they've got so many sponsorships and that kind of stuff. So it's not like
This
is more personalization. This is more of a close knit group of people. They come together, they have a good time, they talk about things, they talk about a cigar, they share things or whatever. We get to see you do some science experiments. I mean, come on, who the hell's going to infuse a soy sauce in a cigar? Who's gonna do that?
I did.
I know you did, but I mean, those are just some of the things I think about, and I say, well, yeah. I mean, yeah, the Cigar Dojo is. I think they're totally different. I think they're more
commercial.
Commercial, exactly. More commercial.
That's one of the things I didn't want Shadow Smoke's Legion to be is to be business. I don't want it to be business. If this was if Shadow Smoke's Legion is a business, it will be shut down by the RRS year 2. because we don't have earnings. We only have loss, which will be pretty good because I'll be able to use some of those deductions. But I just don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. That's why.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like Matt's on, man.
Matt, where you at?
He's probably in the mountains. He's
So,
in the,
are we finishing the live here?
I'm not done with my cigar yet. But sure, let's turn it off.
he's coming out of the Utah mountains.
Yeah, I mean, I want to keep this the way it is, and I want to have the members flourish with their business rather than having Shadow Smoke Legion be a business, right? Shadow Smoke Legion can have a foot in every little things that a member does, and then be part of their success. But I don't really want Shadow Smoke Legion to be a business. So, yep, that's the point. That's the point, right? Because one day I won't be able to do this anymore. Someone had to take over, and it'll be a lot easier to take over a group than.
Check it out. He missed Tuesday. He put Monday. He skipped Tuesday. He put Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on there. Look at that.
Yeah. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a lot easier to pass down a group than passing down a business. So, I just don't know how long I can do this. I think one day, the social media stress or the mental healthness will get to a certain point where like, I forget it. I'm not doing this anymore. As my wife told me, she said, of all the people that I know that does YouTube, eventually they hit a point where their mental healthness just not so good, and they eventually quit. I was like, maybe one day I'll quit.
What are they doing? Are they doing this though? Right?
Say what?
Are they doing this kind of a thing?
Well, if you think about the streamers and the social media people, they're
This is different. I
technically.
was just saying. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Technically, they're doing the same thing, right? They're streaming, they're talking, and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a friend in a different country. He does streaming, all right, and he gets attacked a lot because that's because his channel is very, very political, very, very political.
Yeah.
But what he does is just chatting, talking.
Right.
So yeah, smoking a cigar to celebrate me and my. Wasn't that yesterday or the day before? I already celebrated.
He has anniversary month.
Oh, anniversary month. Yeah, I was gonna say how she wanna go shave first before you go take someone to a date.
Yeah.
Wow.
But congratulations on the anniversary. If I don't see people's anniversary, I don't remember my own anniversary. My anniversary is on July, and I forget. But yeah,
Okay.
back to that topic. So yeah, his channel is very, very political. But then it's not that his main topic is political. It's just that when you are someone that people watch, when you are someone that people talk to, they want your opinion on anything. And by expressing an opinion on anything at all, that became political. Right? And for example, say, hey, what do you think about a female president in Taiwan? That if you answer that, that's political, right? It might not even be a that big of a political thing, but because so many people watching, he have easily 100,000 people on his channel at any given time, right? So by him stating one opinion, now you get 100,000 people judging that opinion, right? So for him, the sometimes he gets to a point where he just crazy. He's just like, I can't take this crap. I can't take this crap. I can be because a lot of people just simply attack, right? Just like I just don't like what you say, so I'm gonna attack you. All right. Cigar group are a lot easier. I mean, I can say, hey, seriously, the U.S. Olympic team sucked this year. Like, really, you guys suck, right? for me, it's just a group of people that watches me, so that's okay. But let's say if I have 20,000 people watching me and I say U.S. Olympic team sucked, I am definitely gonna hear some flame, like fire burning back my ass, just for saying that. Right? And well, luckily, every time we go on, we have like average of 10 people watching, so it's not too bad. 10 people, 1 or 2 people will disagree with me, and we have maybe 2 subscribers per week, and 1 or 2 leave the subscribe per week, so it's like kind of.
Oh yeah, so I didn't talk about that. That reminds me, we had someone leave the group.
We did, yeah.
So was that person not on Discord?
No, she's not. Why?
Just because Discord could be a way to stay connected, but not on Facebook. That's all.
No, she leave without even saying any word. And literally, if someone leave without saying a word, I would just simply kick them on the Discord as well.
But what if they were still connected on Discord, but they just got rid of their Facebook?
Well, if they let us know that, I'm done with Facebook, I'm gonna use Discord from now on, I'm okay with that.
All right, I was just saying.
Because our group is not Facebook. Our group is Shadow Smoke Legion. And whatever platform we use, it's just one way of communication.
We use Facebook like the cheap suit it is, man.
Right? And we started out with Facebook, and a lot of people use Facebook, right? A lot of people would just they just don't want to use another platform, right? Which is totally fine. I mean, not everybody want to have like 5 different programs on their phone, right? So I understand that. And this is why we also have the Discord on our webpage too. You can just literally go in there and read the chat without having to do anything.
Right.
Right.
Well, Val, if you don't say hi to Hashimoto, he's gonna get mad. He's saying hi.
He is.
Yeah.
All right.
He's saying hi in
How's it going,
caps.
man?
Saying, "What's up, Val?"
Hey, I'm doing good.
Yeah. Hashimoto, go back and celebrate your thing. What are you doing here? Go back, celebrate, enjoy your time with wife. Get the freak off. Get off. Like now. Go enjoy time with wife.
He snuck out.
Right?
He snuck out.
It's not your day. It's your wife's day.
Oh, I have to remember that one.
Yeah, it's her day. She had made it that long with you, so give her the celebration she deserves. Bye, Felicia.
I'm gonna have to get on this thing here. Let me see.
Alba, are you working on Lobo?
Yeah.
Are you inviting him?
Trying to.
If you want to invite him, just send him the Discord code.
I'm trying to, man. Trying to get connected in a way that I can do that.
All right. Brown Lobo. Go on Facebook. Search for Soy Sauce Assassin. Go there and message me. I'll send you the link. Since Albert is gonna invite you anyway, I will send you the link. Just go to Soy Sauce Assassin Facebook page and message.
Hey, man. Screenshot that reply there, Lobo. That'll be worth something someday.
What?
Is he new?
Yeah.
He's new.
Number 0 is going to send an invite, man. That's cool.
He didn't get into Discord yet. Is that
No, because
yeah.
Remember this. We don't invite through Facebook. We invite through Discord now. You gotta stay
Right.
in Discord for 90 days before you get to our Facebook.
Yeah. That's what I was going to do. I was just trying to get some social, some kind of.
That's why I said just message me there, and I will respond there.
But now you're going to have a message from 0, man. That's pretty cool.
Nobody cares.
Let's see.
Okay, let's see.
Let's see his first name. What's your first name? What's up, Val? Hashimoto. What's up, Val? All right.
All right. Lobo. Let me see if I find somebody named Lobo here.
What's up, man?
No, I don't see a Lobo here. Now, if you message me, you need to let me know your Lobo, so I know. I'm waiting at the messenger. Why are my comments pop up twice? One time is from you, and the other one is your wife telling you to get off.
He better get off if he wants to sleep tonight.
Thank you, Juan. Appreciate it, Juan. See, Juan gets me. Juan gets me.
All right, Mike, give me a sec. I got your message.
Who's this? Albert, I know Matt. Albert, I don't know Matt. Again. So listen, I'm thinking Juan is watching right now, but Juan's just had a new grandchild born, right? And I had sent him when he made the announcement. I sent him a message. Hey, congratulations! So hey, listen, any chance that we, not meaning me, but the Shadow Smokers Legion, I said, any chance that we could name the kid? I'm thinking we can do a raffle.
Oh my gosh, that'd be awesome.
Put the name.
Yeah, we could.
We put the names in the hat. We do a raffle, and and I said, ask the mom and dad. Who knows? They may say yes.
I will say that will be the biggest mistake ever. Please don't do that.
When he answered, he said, they said no. So, well, I had to try it.
The logo, I sent you the link. You just had to click on the link and then sign in. Yeah, my daughter said no. Yeah, that's what I thought. Smart decision. Very good decision. Very good decision. I cannot think of worst way to name your kid.
Oh, come on. It's like going to a new designer, Tony. We're all designers. We throw a name on, boom.
No. Can you imagine somebody pull up a name, I don't know, a name after a cigar name, and then you pull up that name and say, oh, let's name that, and the kid's gonna hate you forever. Don't give your kids weird names. Don't give your kids weird names.
That's like the brother that was driving his sister to have a baby, and they got in a car accident, and she went unconscious. And when she came to, he says, "Hey, just want you to know you had twins, and I went ahead and named them for you." She had a boy and a girl, and I named the girl Denise. She goes, "What'd you name the boy? The nephew?"
That was bad. That's almost as bad as the twins. That one of my friends knows a set of twins. They're from Vietnam, and the twins literally one is named Viet, the other name's not named Nam.
Oh my gosh! So they gotta always stand in the same spot, right? Like
they gotta be together.
To the right of Nam.
So can you imagine doing like a roll call at school or something like that? The teacher will be like, Viet, yes, Nam, yes. Somebody's like, no, sir, it's Vietnam.
But Nam would come first. Nam would come before Viet, so it'd be Nam Viet.
True, but like if it's by seating, maybe I don't know. So
my daughter gave me a joke today.
Okay.
All right. This woman sends her husband to the store and says, "Get some milk. Get a gallon of milk, and if they have avocados, get 6."
Oh, I think I hear that before.
So he comes back with 6 gallons of milk. He said, they had avocados. All right. I thought it was funny. All right. I got another one. This waitress goes up to this guy and says, "Would you like something to drink?" And he goes, "What are my choices?" And she goes, "Yes or no." All right. My daughter knows dad jokes.
Hashimoto, if you make an appearance, your wife is gonna kill us for taking up your time. And Lobo, are you jumping in? Lobo, I'm waiting for you.
Is it president or would be emperor?
Prime Minister. He doesn't even get to be a president. He's a prime minister. Japan don't have president. Japan don't have president. See, that's why I don't understand why some places is prime minister, some places president. You know, just be our president, prime minister. Here we go. Someone has joined. Hello.
Oh, there he is.
How do I turn my screen?
You hit the video.
There we go.
Yeah, the camera. Or...
If she say you can't jump on, man. She said you can't jump on. I mean, somebody saved this clip, so just in case she decides to.
All right, yeah, well, I screenshot it.
Yeah, here we go.
So yeah, Mike, just hit the camera icon.
And then choose a camera.
I did that. It won't let me.
You did
Camera
that.
instead of step. It says no video permissions.
Hold on a second. It might be because I don't have this active permissions. It might be the permission issue. Hold on a second.
Matt's shit talking, man.
Hold on a second.
You spelled the emperor wrong, man.
Where's probation? Here we go. I think probation member might not have video permission. Hold on. Yep, you guys get to see all the permission. This is how permission is added. There we go.
We're not seeing nothing though, I think.
Maybe we can call him the Swami.
Right. Try it again. Lobo, try it again. I just enabled it.
Okay, I see something.
Here he comes.
Something spinning. Hey,
There we go.
Here we go.
What's up, bro?
So, Lobo, introduce yourself a little bit so we get to know who you are. You'll have to unmute yourself. Hit the microphone button. Here we go.
There we go. My bad.
All right.
I use a game. I use Brown Lobo as my gamer tag for when I play games, so that's what I usually go by. My name is Mike Vivar, or Michael Vivar. I got 3 kids. I've been smoking cigars for like around 5 years, about 5-6 years, and I'm 25 years old.
Ooh.
So I've been married for 2 years, going on 3.
Cool.
Oh, and I was born in Texas. I'm originally a Texan, but I moved up north. I'm in Michigan right now.
Michigan.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Michigan.
So you
Glad to meet you.
did you find our channel from Martin Amaya? I'm gonna guess it's from Martin.
Actually, no.
No. How did you find Shadow Smokes Legion?
So I found your YouTube channel.
Right.
Soy
Like,
Sauce Assassin.
how did you went about that? Like how you didn't one day just go, hey, I found Shadow Smokes Legion because I type in Soy Sauce Assassin, right? Because somebody has to tell you somewhere.
Oh well, I guess I heard the Shadow Smoke Legion through Martina Maya talked about it a couple of times.
Okay.
But by then I was already subscribed to your channel.
Mm-hmm.
And I already watched a couple of your guys' videos.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
So
Hashimoto, we're at Discord. Just go to Discord Hangout. Jeez, Hashimoto, come on, get with the program, Hashimoto.
What it was, Tony, he was searching, like, what kind of idiot would put soy sauce in a cigar? And that's probably how he found it.
Just remember, it's for science.
It's for science. Hashtag for science.
That's right.
All right.
For science.
So, yeah, I mean, it found nice finally to see you. I mean, I see you in, I mean, at least 2 months of our chat room. So, just wondering, you know.
All right.
I hope you don't feel like offended that we didn't invite you until now.
Oh no, I understand how it is, man. You gotta wait a minute.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to get right in.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I didn't get in, I wouldn't have been upset neither. Just because I know it's a closed group.
Yeah.
Saying.
So I know there was quite a bit of people that actually messaged me, and I told them, they're like, "How do I join Shadow Smoke Legion?" I was like, "Hey, it's as simple as join the chat, and eventually someone will invite you. Just get to know the people."
All right.
They get super pissed off. Some people get super pissed off. They will just not respond anymore. They're like, "Okay, bye."
Gee, that's dumb because you're a closed group. It's not like you just invite anybody.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you just have to pay a little bit of effort to get to know people, right? What's the point to join a group that nobody knows you, right? Get to know the people.
And Mike's been very active on the chat for the live. So I mean, that's cool. That's real cool. It's impressive, I think.
Yeah, I've seen Lobo many times. Just like Val. Val was joining the chat room, and bang, he was in here, right? So very simple to join, and people just don't want to make that small effort to get to know people first, right? Get to know people first, so that when you come into the group, you talk some stuff, people actually know who you are and can relate to what you're talking about, right? There are a lot of people that would not even bother to, hey, go join the chat, go talk to a few people, and then join the group. You know, some people just want to, hey, I asked you, so you should join. You should let me join right now, immediately, so I can go in there, post some pictures, and then disappear for the rest of the year. That wouldn't make sense to me.
So Val, he sent a couple of us a 5-pack of Cueva cigars. So that's how he did it.
So Lobo, why did you choose the gamer tag Brown Lobo? What is the reason behind that?
Well, my original gamer tag was Brown Pride.
Oh, okay.
And eventually, you switch enough systems, you end up losing that gamer tag, people end up using it. Well, Brown Lobo hasn't been taken, other than when I use it. But like most platforms I jump on, Brown Lobo's not taken. It's either Brown or Brown Lobo.
Okay.
So, and most of the time I play by myself, so a lone wolf type thing. So
yeah.
I totally understand. When I play a game, majority of the time I play by myself too. Like I have Xbox, I have people add it, but I never invite anybody when I play. When nobody ever invites me when they play. It's just playing. I don't know. It's just for the heck of it.
No, it's straight. I feel that. Like I got friends on there. They might join the game every once in a while. Like for most of the time, I'm playing by myself. So.
All right, where am I at? Okay, here you go, Matt.
Matt's gonna wrong sticker.
That's all I got.
Matt, what is the bad idea, Matt? You say you want to join, and as soon as you join, you walk away from the camera.
Oh, yeah, I had to go get my coin.
He had to go explain something to the boss,
No, I had to go get my coin. I actually left it in my backpack from my Texas trip.
Okay. So did you enjoy the day? Here's the thing. I have such a hard time finding a good picture of Hashimoto. Give it to the designer today. I was like, which picture should I give it? If you ever see Hashimoto's Facebook page, all his pictures are super young. They're like, there's a picture where he's like, I think he's fresh out of military. The entire head is shaved. His skins look like silky smooth.
He looks like he's 19 years old.
I can't give that picture.
Button, right? You had the button on your head.
Must be.
No, I can't give him this one because it's not like it's not a good angle. You want to front front shot of the face. So in the end, I just give him your anniversary picture.
You need his gel picture. That's what you need.
So I just cut out the head and I gave it to him that picture. I was like, he doesn't want to shave, so he can keep that one.
Oh damn!
You need his gel picture. Is what you need, man.
I've
mug
never
shot.
done gel. I've never
The
done gel.
side silhouette profile.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I mean, I looked at it. I was like, oh, you know what? At least only one person had to look like he's 5 years old on the picture. So, and that would be me. The rest can look, adult.
How's that one? How's that one, Matt?
There you go. That's more like it. Bro.
He did ask me what the design language is, and I said that there's only one requirement. He should be holding an orange.
Fuck.
Hey, you want to be the emperor of TAO? You better be holding an orange at every given time.
That's true. That's true. I better
Well-
own up to it.
2 oranges.
Or I could be holding up the rising sun.
Yeah, then that would be a totally different group.
That's true.
Right? So I don't know. I hopefully this person won't quit on me. He sounds promising.
All right, so let me tell you about my science experiments, Matt. So I got eaten alive last night by mosquitoes. So this is what I did. I got this spray stuff, right? I sprayed it all and made a perimeter for me. Okay? So you're still penetrating. So I got my old bug zapper, hung that up. I said, okay, they're working. I'm still getting bit though. I said, okay, so I got me a new mosquito trap. Put that out. So now I'm still getting bit on my toes now, my ankles, my toes. I mean, from my waist up, I'm good. I said, okay, I'm going to go use the Hashimoto advice. I went and got me 3 dryer sheets. Rub my legs up, rub my arms, rub my neck, rub my shirt. Had one hanging in my pocket, one hanging in this pocket, and the last one I tucked right here, hanging out. Still got bit. They still bit me.
Yeah, it's genetic.
Now,
And
Val,
maybe I'm using the wrong brand. I don't know.
Val, there's few things, okay? Number one, bug zapper, bug catcher, bug whatever. Don't ever put it right next to you. You're attracting more bugs going to you.
Right.
You want to put
Right.
10 to 15 feet away from you. Okay? That's step one. I always put whatever that's got to attract the bug away from you. So they'll go the other way, not towards you.
Okay. Well, I did have my mosquito trap like 30 feet away from me. I remember reading it on a box.
Yeah, you want to put it as far from you as possible so they're going one way. Especially the zapper, because it has a light. Yeah, it makes them go that
Yeah.
way. Now, if the mosquito fly towards it and it smells carbon dioxide, which you exhale, it's gonna find you. So put it as far from you as possible. That's number one. Number two, the myth of dryer sheet. Okay, how a dryer sheet works is it has starch and silicone. So when you rub on your body, when they try to bite you, they have harder time to get into your pore because your pore is filled with starch and silicone. It doesn't mean they don't bite you. It's just harder to bite you. But you'll still attract them to bite you. So that's why it's a myth. Doesn't work that
Well,
way.
My
Huh?
last
But if
option.
you-
My
Again,
last
if you would've had
option.
If you would
I
have had
was
the
gonna get an
TAO,
orange, cut it in half, and rub my arms up.
No, what you need to do is take orange peels and rub it all over you to get a true TAO effect. Right?
Okay.
But the truth is, you just need Centralina candles, which smells like orange, and that will actually repel. It'll actually cover up some carbon dioxide that you exhale, so it'll actually not go to. All right. What I found out is cigar smoke actually attracts mosquitoes.
Really?
It makes them temporarily more active because of nicotine too.
Ah.
So
didn't know
Yeah, I
that.
found that too.
say that again.
So I found that out too.
Yeah. So what you want
Cigars,
to do
cigarettes.
is to point a fan to fan the cigar smoke away from you. I know it's outside. You don't really care about the smoke, but that smoke is actually make them more stronger and hyper for a little bit. And if you blow it away from you, they actually go down. It actually helps
So I
because
heard
it also
genetics,
push away
man.
the carbon dioxide that you're exhaling.
Our mosquitoes are there's genetics involved in that too.
Yeah, if you're type A blood, you're more likely to be bitten or something like that. And type AB are the least likely, something like that.
They have it down to like 4 gene patterns that can cause that you're more susceptible to it. That doesn't mean you won't get bit, but it means you get bit a lot less.
But yeah, so Albert, if we gotta think about the DNA part, you gotta know that we cannot just turn off a DNA. I'm about to smoke. Let me turn off this DNA, that DNA. Oh, let me turn off cancer too.
No, but if you know you're screwed, you know you're screwed.
Yeah.
It just takes a 23andMe. You know, you got to do that. That's all.
23andMe.
You know, it's
See,
really
here-
weird because when I was young, I was never bothered by mosquito. Now, what I say by never bothered is that Taiwan is full of mosquitoes. Like you cannot walk around without being bitten. There's nobody in the entire city of Taiwan, entire country of Taiwan that you can say I've never been bitten 20 times in one night by mosquitoes. But the thing is that it never bothered me. It never bothered any of my family members until I come to America. I realized how annoying it is. When I was young, I could have a whole leg being bitten, chewed to death by mosquitoes. That never bothered me and never stopped me from going anywhere. But when I came to this country, people's like, hey, you want to go see a firework? Oh, sure, why not? Or just make sure you wear more and then spray the thing. Mosquitoes gotta be there. I was like, I forget it. I'll stay home. Like, I don't know what the thought process was, but in the past, it never bothered me. I can have, like, you know, we call that red bean ice cream when, back in the day. Because your leg is all bitten, it's all dots of thing. We call it red bean. And everybody's leg will go out like red bean. But no, it never bothers anybody. Until now. Like, you know, it's a simple smoke. You get one bite, you're like, damn it! Ugh, I'm gonna go inside. You know? It's just now.
This whole time, I just thought it was because I had teriyaki blood.
Wow.
I like that.
You know, I thought those mosquitoes would be confused by biting me because every time they bite me, they see like, you know, equations. You know? Mathematic equations.
So, so I got a question for Mike. Well, what kind of cigars you smoke?
I prefer more of a mid body. I like my Habanos. So I'll smoke a Maduro here and there. I'll smoke a Connecticut here and there. So I like my mid body. And then like ring sizes, I prefer like a 53 to like a 40, more smaller gauges.
So Coronas and Robustos, basically.
Yeah.
What about brands? What brands do you prefer?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to learn my brands, what I like. I know I tend to go for AJ Fernandez a lot. I don't know why, but I kind of pick up a cigar. It seems to be one of his. But yeah, like that's what it's been for me lately. I had a lot of last balls. I just smoked a couple of New Worlds. I bought me some Alec Bradley White Gold, which has been out, I think, $2 sticks. I like Olivas, Oliva V. So, and then I also like the Esteli's Norteño.
Okay, so
Okay.
you like the basically the heritage brand more like the common stuff right now. You don't have a particular boutique brand that you particularly go to, because I don't consider as Agent Fernandez as boutique. Do you guys consider Agent Fernandez boutique? No, right?
Oh, no.
So
No, he's too big now.
That's I don't consider big. I guess in that case, I like Noel Rojas. I like his big tacos and his blue bonnet.
okay.
I also like the Los Tejanos. I like to get those a lot too.
But the Rojas are towards the full side. They're much more fuller cigars.
Yeah.
So that's like I guess the opposite spectrum of what you smoke, right? So
As I said, I like them. I don't really get them that much, but yeah.
yeah, AJ Fernandez, in my opinions, are very all their cigar blends are very, very similar. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. They're very, very similar. They're very safe to smoke to. Like you can choose one New World and choose
safe.
another one. They're very close.
Not unless you get that enclave broadleaf. Oof.
Yeah,
well,
they'll
if you
kick
get
your
anything
ass.
broadleaf, it's got to be obviously stand out from the rest of it, right? So, but yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, that's a good. How long did you
Man,
say you smoked
that's what-
for?
Oh, 5 years.
Around, yeah, between 5 to 6 years.
5 to 6
I don't
years?
know.
5 to 6 years. Okay.
So, Mike, are you the Mike on Discord?
No, there's another Mike.
He's
Mike.
Brown Lobo.
Yeah, he's Brown
on
Lobo.
Discord, I'm Brown Lobo.
See Brown Lobo?
Well, I see, but like on Discord.
No, he just joined it today. Different Mike.
Okay.
You mean Mark?
Oh yeah. That's Mark. That's right.
Yeah, that's Mark Ybarra.
Mark Ibarra is actually on the chat room too. So
Yeah, because me and Mark have been going back and forth trying to hook up on a live or something. So
trying to catch up on the message. I think it says I started watching after to me and waited a while. Asked Martin to invite me. Now I got a little bit over a month left in probation period. Okay. So see, 90 days isn't that bad.
Wait. Time out there.
Hold on,
90 days
hold on.
isn't bad when you're not in your 90 days. But yeah, realistically, it's not a long time. It really isn't. But when you're in that 90-day period, it seems like a long time. The first 30 days zoomed by for me. And then after that, it seemed like it slowed down.
Hey, Tony, let's let Val do another 90 days and see if the second 90 days is better.
The thing is that I feel 90 days is sufficient time to get to know somebody.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Right?
I mean, it's a decent time. I mean, it's like if you went to a new job, you got a 90-day probationary period, right? Similar, my concept to it, very similar to that. So, yeah, it's all right. Working out.
Man, Matt talks more shit when he's on the chat than he does in person, man. I'm just gonna say that.
I'm a keyboard. What do they call that shit?
Keyboard warrior?
Keyboard. Yeah, keyboard warrior.
He's a keyboard warrior.
Yeah, keyboard warrior.
It's just so much fun in the shadows.
It's the keyboard kung fu.
The best part about typing is that you can, you're not expressing what tone your words are, right? So something sarcastic can sound both sides, So you just have to keep being very sarcastic. It sounds like, obviously it will sound like a smart ass, but it worked both ways.
Okay,
that's the best part because it keeps everybody kind of guessing.
Yes, and you know what else you can do? You can type, and just before you hit enter, you can read it and decide if you want to change it up.
And
Right.
And make sure you're not in all capital letters.
That's only in the chat room. That's only in the
Yeah,
chat room.
that's in Discord. Yeah.
That's only in Discord. Now,
All right.
that came from actually Brendan Wells, because when Brendan Wells goes crazy, the entire chat room is him. So, I mean, that's to control that. So,
Yeah.
and I said it so that you had to have like 3 words in consecutive caps to do that. Maybe I'll set it at 4. The next time you guys know it's 4. I don't know.
Val tried to get in trouble the other day.
I saw that you're like, because I was a mod. Like, come on, man. The mod card, yeah.
Yeah. No, I think the last time I was in exile, I made a comment and I was thinking how Arnold Schwarzenegger was going to answer it, and I'm thinking of his tone of voice. How would it come out? Because I said so. Or I'll be back. Well, it's got to be all capitals.
Yeah, all
Got
cap.
to be. So I typed it thinking with Arnold Schwarzenegger in my ears, in my head.
No, you gotta type the words and then parentheses Arnold's voice, and then people will all hear about Arnold's voice. I saw Mike was gonna say something. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, I was agreeing with him. You type it on all caps because there's gonna be a lot about it. He's gonna say it with that expression. So, yeah.
I think there's a way to make the character bigger without doing cap. but yeah.
Actually, I do got a question though.
Mhm.
How do you guys see the chat on here? All I see is us five.
Say that again.
Like, how do you see the chat on here? All I see is us five.
Okay.
Well, that's because that's the amount of people that are in the chat room right now.
Right. That's because you're not looking at YouTube. The chat is at YouTube. That's why you can't see the chat. But I'll read it to you guys if it's anything important. So.
Yeah, I ended up putting the YouTube on my phone so I can kind of keep up with the chat that way.
That's one of the things that I kind of debate how we're gonna do this because I don't have a way to make sure both sides are on there.
Yeah.
That's why we've been using the Google Meet, because the Google Meet I can stream the show directly to Google Meet so people can actually see the words. I just don't know why you guys are not seeing the word. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can do it this way. It's gonna look super weird.
You gotta use a virtual camera, right?
But if I use a virtual camera, it's gonna loop because I'm using this one to string over this, so they're gonna loop. Maybe I have to do it differently next time. Yeah, I have to do it differently next time.
This is for science.
This is complicated.
Or two square science.
I don't know. I mean, because if I do that and have to keep this screen, then nobody will see you guys and all that. So I don't know. We'll do it this way for now. But yeah, Juan just say what's wrong with all the caps, and he typed it all in caps. You do know, Juan, we do have a YouTube moderator, and Hashimoto is one of them. I could set up a bot that would just get rid of the cap. But right now, I only did the bot to get rid of links. Anything that has a link, that will be removed. It's not too bad. I mean, Martin is also there too. Martin is also a mod. Martin, do you want to show the power of the mod? You don't get why people writing all caps. Well, all cap insinuating that it's screaming. It's being loud. It's being serious. So people typing all caps. Sometimes I actually prefer people typing all caps. People who type all caps spells the word out. Sometimes people don't type the entire word. Like before they type the B and the number 4.
Yeah.
But when they type cap, they will type B, E, and then, F-O-R-E. So.
It's a new language. All these texting shortcuts, it's a new language.
What I don't get is what, right now, like, the Webster dictionary adds new word all the time. And they've been adding words from, like, chatting. But those are not, like, they are slangs. They're not supposed to be in the dictionary. But they still do add it.
Val, you can always try the middle finger.
That's quick and easy way.
That will get you 2 hours quickly.
I just use the word bazinga.
Actually, a lot of Discord channels actually did ask the developer of Discord to ability to remove that icon. Because some people abuse it. Some people will just do a whole screen of it. Like Brendan.
Oh god.
I actually don't like the cigar. This is one of the Trial Maduro, I think. With the pigtail rounded up. I did not like it. Probably won't finish it. That's too bad. Anybody else still smoking? Who's smoke? I noticed Hashimoto wasn't smoking. Hashimoto,
No.
you know, and I mean, Val is obviously using the mosquito excuse,
Stating the facts.
right? Albert, I think he was smoking something. No, he wasn't. He just got in and didn't smoke anything.
No.
And then we have Mike not smoking anything. Mike, do you smoke indoors?
I used to, but I don't no more because my youngest has lung problems.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, I will allow you not to smoke anything right now.
So you get a pass for right now.
go with that.
So Hashimoto, are you traveling anytime soon? You've been traveling a lot lately.
Yeah, I've been busy, man. I'm home this week, but I will be in California next week.
Let's talk about traveling, flying. For those people who are flying, is there anything different in the airport per se, compared to like a normal going to the airport? I mean, they don't ask you, obviously don't ask you for vaccination, and if you're doing domestic, they don't ask you to test for COVID either, right?
No.
So you just go in normally with the mask, basically. That's the only difference.
Well, what's weird is when I was in Texas, somebody was telling me that the masks are optional at the airport. And I was like, well, you know, I've seen mask signs everywhere. I always wear one. I said, I want to get home. You know, I'm not going to test that theory today. But when I was in Texas, the airport, there was many people walking around without masks. So I was like, wow, they're right. And nobody was saying anything to them. But as soon as you get on that plane or go to get on that plane, you got to have your mask on.
Because what I heard was you're supposed to have masks in every like federal building, and then airport are federal, or as considered as federal buildings. In that regard.
Well, the post office doesn't make you wear it, so
Yeah, because I was thinking like, you know, I haven't fly for a while, and I'm gonna go to the airport. I hope they don't go like, hey, you agent over here, come over here, you go over there and test it. You know, and that's gonna take some time because I try to figure out how much time I should give myself to go to the airport. Usually domestic, I go there within an hour, right? So I would just go through it, and next thing you know, you're almost boarding in 20 minutes. But I feel like I have to go earlier because of all the complications and stuff like that. I don't know if there's gonna be anything.
you know. I mean, I give myself, I always, because they say give yourself 2 hours, right? But I'm always like sitting around waiting in the lounge, so for plenty of time. I go right through. I got the TSA pre-pass and all that stuff. There's no testing. There's nothing.
You know, I haven't done PSA pre-pass for a while, and I've been thinking about it for a while. I actually scheduled time to go in to have that interview. Is it complicated? How soon would you get it?
Within a couple weeks.
Couple weeks?
Yeah, you just go online, fill out your paperwork online, so that when you go down there, all it is your fingerprints, and they take your picture, and that's it, man. You're basically
when I
out the door.
did the online thing, they just asked me to fill my name and my address, and tell me to bring 2 form ID. That's it.
Right.
Is there anything else they need?
Nope. Now for women, it's a little different because they want proof of your wedding certificate and all that shit because of the name change and all that. But for guys, it's simple.
All right. So yeah, I'll just bring all my document because I did the walk-in. I didn't want to schedule time. I don't know when I can get there. The thing is that they're not that close to. Like yeah. So I had to drive down there. So they have one option is walk in. So I just click on walk in. I'll just walk in.
Right. Yeah, you can schedule one or walk in, and ours isn't busy at all. So you just walk right in, and there's nobody ever there. So you just in and out.
This is TSA?
No, the pre-check. The pre-check I think is like $85 a year or something like that.
Yeah, like $85 for 5 years.
Yeah, and the difference is that you don't have to take out your laptop, you don't have to take off your shoes or belts.
Or jackets.
Yeah, you just don't have to strip.
Yeah.
You don't have to
And
send
you
nudes.
just dive through it, too.
And I was thinking about it. Had I done that, maybe I wouldn't have that embarrassed moment with Mike's soap in my bag. So You know, now that I think about it, I should have done that earlier. I mean, I travel so much, I should have. But like, I
Right.
didn't want to have a situation where I go through the pre-check and my wife had to go through the other way. My wife doesn't travel
Right.
nearly as much as me, so it wouldn't make sense, right? But now that I think about it twice, is that uh, uh, I could have go with regular check too if she was there. Like, I don't have to go through the pre-check.
Right. Well, so in the past, before the whole COVID crap, if you had TSA and you had passengers with you or like your companion, they would automatically give your companion the TSA pre-check as well. Now they're not doing that because of all the crap going on. So,
Yeah.
whether that'll come back or not, I don't know. So it's better just to get the pre-pass for her too.
But she does. She probably go through airport once or twice a year max.
Yeah. But I mean, it pays for itself, really. I mean, what does it break down to if it's $85 a month or a year or for 5 years? So
For 5 years, I thought it was 1 year.
5 years.
$85 for 5 years.
Yep.
It would be a lot simpler for my wife because she never changed her name.
Oh, well, there you go.
She just walk in.
I know my wife, they want her to bring hers because she doesn't have hers, but we're going to go down this week. And because we've already done the online part, we just got to go down and finish the fingerprint part. But I mean, she doesn't travel a lot either, but it's always like, well, the fucking line, it's like, so I wait with her going through the other line, and to me, it's such a pain in the ass because we're so used to the fast pass piece, where you just fly through it. So,
But you see, I never had, in terms of timing, I never thought the line was long in the US. Because obviously the pre-check doesn't work in any other country.
right.
So in Tokyo, you're expected to wait at least an hour to get in there. Right? That's fine. But in the US, in Boston at least, when I get out, I never had to wait more than 20 minutes. We have like 8 lanes open. So we never had, and then nowadays they have those automatic thing that give you the tray. You just put it in the bottom. It'll rotate
Right.
the tray. It'll be a lot faster. So like, I didn't feel the time was the issue. Is whether or not I had to strip myself and take off my belt and my shoes and my laptop and whatever I have on me, watch, wallet, phone. It takes like 20 minutes just to strip and then take another 20 minutes to put it back. And what I feel is most annoying is that when you pass it, you got to grab your stuff real quick just to get out of there. Just get out of their way. In some airport, they have a table where you can just bring it to the table and you can do that.
Right.
In Boston, there isn't. You grab your stuff and go. Leave your bucket there.
See, the thing is with not having the pre-pass, you know how many people I go in front of I'm standing with my wife, and they act like it's all new to them all the time. They're like, "Oh, I got to take water out of my bag. Oh, I got to take my laptop out." And it's like that's when the lines really start backing up because people don't. They're dumb, You're like, dude, did you see all the damn signs? Didn't you hear the people telling you take the water out, do all this stuff? And now here we are at the line, and you're like, and so that line just gets longer and longer because you get so many people doing the same thing. PSA, people know what they're doing. The pre-pass, so they've been through the process many times. Plus, you don't have to take all that shit off, so you just fly. It just flies right through.
The problem is misinformation. So there's a lot of backpack you can buy. They say that you don't have to take your laptop out. It has a laptop sleeve. You just open it up. But when you go to airport, they're like, no, take it out.
Oh, you still got to take it out.
No, but the point was getting that back is that they have agreement with the airport that you can just unzip it, open it up, the backpack, so they can see the laptop inside the mesh and they'll be okay with it.
Oh, I never heard that.
Yeah.
But like pre-pass, you don't have to take it out at all.
So yeah, that's what I was thinking. Save myself one step basically when I go to the airport because I travel way more than my wife, right? In a normal year. In a normal year, I probably travel 10, 15 times a year. So that makes sense, right? But
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
obviously 2020, nobody traveled anywhere, so that didn't count.
Right.
But this year, I feel like start to slowly go towards that situation where I have to start to travel more. So I feel like it makes sense. But at the same time, right now, obviously, no one's going anywhere. China is making it super hard to go anywhere. They have 16-page instruction on how to get out. Just get on the airplane. 16-page instruction to get on the airplane. And then after you get on the airplane, when you go there, it's another 5-10 pages of instruction to go through the immigration. All right, fine. If you have Chinese passport, it's a lot easier. If you don't, it's another 10-15 pages.
So is James going to be able to come or not? I couldn't remember what that said.
From the look of it, he might not be. Most likely not. Because what happened is they are not lifting the restrictions, so he can't fly.
Oh, shit.
And I'm surprised that he can even book a flight, knowing that the restriction was not lifted.
Wow.
Because I know when US have no flight, we can't book a flight. And we can't go to Canada,
Yeah.
so the Canada will just not allow you book it, period.
Right.
So I don't know how that worked out, how he was able to book it. But he booked it, so now the question is, is there a chance that then Biden changed its mind? Maybe, yeah. If tomorrow they say, you know what, Delta variant, no big deal, we found a way, then sure. But it seems like not a wise decision, because now you're saying because Delta we're doing this. After Delta, you gotta have E, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, keep going. Then you're never gonna fly. You're just gonna close down your country forever. Whereas the other country are allowing you in.
Don't wait till 2022, man.
Right? So that didn't make sense. Right? That didn't make sense.
You gotta go their way, man.
Right? In my opinion, why will you close down your country? And you close down your country, but with exceptions. That already tell you that plan doesn't work, right? If you gotta close down your country, you gotta say nobody flies in. But if you're allowing people, okay, the U.S. citizens, so they can fly here from Germany still, but just not any of the tourism, then you defeat the point, because they have contact with people over there, right? So they can still bring more, So that's just the, the money, the hotel. I think he's with Albert, so it's actually Albert's hotel.
Yeah, it's my hotel.
So that he didn't have to deal with that. But I was really looking forward to see James. I was kind of upset. I was so upset. My wife was like, "Oh yeah, so James cannot go. Are you gonna go down and smoke?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm going." That's why I'm down here. She's like, she saw I was kind of upset. She's like, maybe you want to go talk to members, address that a little bit, let it out, so you feel better. And I was like, yeah, I'll go down and smoke.
I think I think he's going to postpone his trip though.
What do you mean?
Like, he plans to come. Like, if it doesn't open until February, he'll plan on coming February. That's what I've heard. So.
Let's say this, okay? If he decides to come in 2022 to Texas or whatever, I will try to fly down to Texas.
Yeah, we'll try to arrange something. Sure.
Yeah. All right. So if he had to postpone it, he had to do a different meet, we can all hang out. I mean, it wouldn't be too much trouble for me to fly in there, and Hashimoto to fly there, or and Martin will still be there. We can still have some sort of fun there.
Yeah, I'll fly you.
Yeah. No, for Hashimoto, it's not that bad. It's just like a few hours. For me, I'll just fly half the continent. I'll be there. Okay. Not
It's
too
almost a 3-hour flight for me.
So Texas 2022 me is what I'm hearing. Juan, I don't know. Juan, where is Juan in Texas?
Yeah.
Deep South Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Martin's like, it wouldn't be too much trouble for me. Shut up, Martin. Shut up, Martin.
I think even Mark is down there as well.
Yeah.
Texas.
So it wouldn't be that hard. Yeah, to arrange something. It won't be 20 people, but at least it will be like 5, 6 at least. Mark says do it.
Yeah.
Do it in Texas. We could do it. I mean, Texas is not bad. I did think about going to Texas, so Texas is not bad. It's just when. Like, I don't want to go to Texas and burn to pancake. I don't want to, go to Texas and come back looking like LeBron James but shorter. So, I had to pick a time where it's not too hot. Plus, I do have some trips planned for 2022 already. I just had to plan around it, you know. So we will, yeah. Once all that stuff is decided, you know, the travel ban is lifted, we can actually choose a time. I think that's when we can plan it, right? So we can do that. It's not too bad.
Time and place.
Huh?
Time and place.
Yeah, I mean, first he had to be able to fly, right? That way we won't have to run the same situation again where like I already got the flight to Texas and you go, no, can't fly. Right? So
Right.
yeah, we can just go with that for now. And once he can
I
fly,
tell you what, it's hard to find the rules, man. I've been searching on Google, and I haven't been able to find the rules, man. So
Rule of what?
it's weird. Flying.
Well, they did post it what country is banned from flying right now.
Where's that?
If you look at for travel ban, they have it listed under TSA. So if I look at travel ban right now, or travel ban US, and there was a list that tells you which one. Right here. So NAFTA has it. I think a whole list of it. The country are Brazil, China, Iran, Ireland,
UK,
Schengen area. So the Australia, Belgium, and all those UK countries, United Kingdom, South Africa, and India. Those are the countries that cannot fly to the US. Say what?
Yeah, I see
So
it.
the whole eastern side.
Yeah, no, the whole western side.
Yeah.
Well, whole western and eastern actually, because China and EU is all in there, and they specifically listed UK because UK is not part of EU anymore. So all those countries are not, like, you know, even Iceland are on there. Portugal is on there. Luxembourg's on there. So those countries are not allowed to go. So Texas is not a state with most members. Was that another state that has more members in that state? How many members we have in Texas? Probably 4. 4 or 5. I think we have 8 members in Massachusetts. At least the last time I counted, we have 8. Oh, actually, no, we have less than that now because a few members moved. So yeah, I think Texas might be the state with the most members right now.
And we can count people that are from Texas.
No, you can't count people from Texas.
No, current resident.
Yeah,
Current
because
resident.
once you're a Texan, you're a Texan, man.
No.
Yeah, great country of Texas, don't you know?
No, not that way. Had to be current resident, or else it kind of defeats the point because
Oh, because a Texan will go back to Texas. They know how to do that. That's easy.
Well, yeah, but so is any other people. I know how to go back to Japan, Taiwan, China if I wanted to. Right? That doesn't make sense. So yeah.
Once you're a Texan, you're counted as a Texan, man. That's the fact.
That's brainwash stuff there.
Yeah, that's I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I agree with him. I'm saying it is a fact. That's because I'm not a Michigan. This is a Michigan, not in Texas. Doesn't mean anything. I'm still Texas.
Well, that's, born in Texas. Sure, you can have the pride and everything, like the Lone Star State and everything. I understand that, but once you move away, you cannot count as the member of Texas. You have to count as a member of the state.
I wouldn't expect you to understand it, Tony. It's okay, buddy.
Here's the thing: if it's not important, move back to Texas. If it's not important, move back to Texas.
Bless your heart, Tony.
If it's not important, move back to Texas.
I'm planning on it.
Bless your heart, Tony. That's all I gotta say about that.
Every time my wife complains about somebody's pool or somebody's like Roman, bath and stuff like that, and every time I always tell her, if you move to Texas, you can have all that. They have enough land, and I told her we can probably buy a place with Roman bath and a Olympic sized pool for less the price that we buy the house here. I don't even know how that works. Like, how is the housing price so cheap over there in comparison when parts and labor are the same? How does that work? Right? You buy a house over here at $500,000, and but then you can buy the same house with the same spec in Texas for $200,000. Where's the material? You know, like, how do you buy the material if the material costs you that much? It doesn't make sense. Right? I can understand the land's cheaper, you know, or else, you know, Matt Hashimoto wouldn't be able to have that entire back end of his house be the country. You know, literally have a country.
Wow. Can I be a mod?
Why? What happened? Because your message got deleted?
No, because I want to eat on the live. Jeez.
For science.
No, I can tell you that even the mods shouldn't be eating. I don't eat in the show. I don't eat in the show. Oh, he's
It
like,
don't
protein
matter,
bar
dude.
his way, yo. Protein bar his way. You know what? When I see a protein bar, I think of Mean Girls. Just eat those. It's for diet. You know, did I get a little weight? No, eat more. Mark says here, I live in a small town and the houses are expensive here. It's not
I
the
gotta keep my
same.
clothes bigger.
It's the price range is just so different. Okay, my house in Lexington. All right, it's a 2,000 square feet, including the basement house. That house is $1 million, and that house is trash. That house is like just 1, 2, 3 bedroom, 1.5 bathroom for $1 million. That compared to Texas, I can probably get a mention, right? I can probably get a mention in Texas for $1 million,
You have a good sized house.
right?
Not about mansion, but a good sized house.
Right? If I go to Texas, if I go to the same town as let's say Albert, what kind of house can I buy for $1 million in your town?
Oh yeah, you can get a nice one, man. Real nice.
Right?
Real nice.
With swimming pool,
Oh yeah, easy.
bathtub in every room.
At least 5,000-6,000 square foot home, I think.
Right? Over here, $1 million buys me one bathtub house. One bathtub. The other one's a shower.
Better make it a big one.
You know, that's why I tell my wife, it's like, you know, if we wanted to, we can sell the house here, move it to Texas, we can build whatever you want, and we'll probably have leftovers. And we won't have to deal with grass, like zero. We can have cactus. That'll be fine.
Well, once you move to Oklahoma, then you can get grass.
Well, I don't want grass. She hates grass.
Oh, I was talking about the weed grass.
The wheatgrass are easy. I mean, you just dump some like weed, be gone,
Legal.
whatever. They're gone.
Well, it's
No,
legal.
not
No,
that kind of
legal.
weed.
If you don't want
It's
grass,
going up.
you need to move to
Talking about-
Phoenix or to Arizona.
Juan says house price has gone way up with SpaceX and Elon Musk moving there deep South Texas. Can I just not go to the South Texas? I just go whatever the Texas that is normal. Texas is big enough. You can just go to normal Texas, no? I don't know. My wife just think that in her mind, everyone from Texas is you know, 2 pistols on each side, gigantic belt buckles, cowboy boots, walking everywhere at all time. Whenever they see somebody, hey, yer, what's going on, yer? That kind of people. That's inside
right.
my wife's head. That's what she think. Okay,
She's right.
she think that
She's
everywhere
right.
she go is that kind of people, gigantic, you know, cowboy hats, you know.
She must have been watching Texas. What's that guy's name? The TV show, Walker Ranger, something like that.
Yeah, we don't watch that kind of show.
Texas
But
Walker
that,
Ranger.
but that's
Oh, right.
Walker Texas
No.
Ranger, something like that.
that's
He-
what
he's
she
not-
think.
He's not Texan.
That's what
he
she
Texan?
have as image of people in Texas, and what she think of Texas is like, you know, everywhere is planned, like a field, a gigantic field of desert kind of thing. You know, there's like a wooden building everywhere. Every door that you open, you're gonna find a taxidermy of a moose somewhere, and you know, and where everywhere has a spit bucket somewhere on the floor. That's what you have as image of Texas.
So okay, Tony. So what you got to do now is you got to get yourself a Stetson,
Why?
so she can kind of get used to the Texas way. If you're going to start moving out that way, get yourself a Stetson.
Yeah.
Stetson hat.
I can't. Anything bigger brim than this, I can't wear.
Chuck Norris is not even from Texas, man. He's from Oklahoma.
Okay, he's not.
Carlos says when I went to Texas, everyone had a big cowboy hat, boots, and a gun in the waist. That was Houston.
How about I say where I'm from? Yeah, a lot of people walk around with the gun in their waist, and a lot of people have cowboy boots on. I don't know about the hat or anything like that, but the gun in the waist and boots, yeah.
I mean, I can understand the guns ways because, you know, it's like an open carry area. You know, everybody just feels safe that way anyway. Watermelon, get the fuck. So, I don't know. So it's gonna be a long shot to convince my wife to move anywhere towards close there. Like my wife would rather move to California than Texas because she think California as a city because we've been there. Like I took her there before. But I never took her to Texas. So she think Texas is just a step out from Alabama.
Well,
Right?
It's
Like
not
when we had
close.
a conversation about this, okay? So we had a conversation about hiking. Like she's like, why is people like love to go to hiking? All those people she work with love to go hiking. And I said, well, that's because they live in the city. Right? When you're in the city, you love to go hiking because it's away from the city. Their living conditions too wild. They want to go there, feel hot, get bite by mosquitoes. Sure, you know if you don't live in a city, you wouldn't do that. And she's like, so people in Alabama don't do it. I was like, Alabama has a city too. You know, when you fill address, it has city and state. Everywhere has a city. She just think that place is like, you know, so broke down is not a city, right? And then she's like, okay, so people in Phoenix don't do it. It's like, no, people in Phoenix live there, so that's what they do, right? And she's like, what about Texas? I was like, well, hunting is a big thing in Texas, so I think they would, but it's not because they go hiking. It's because they went to their backyard.
Well, okay. You should look at some Google Street View and just kind of get a feel for it.
She's not one that will get rid of that image unless she's there.
Take it to South Hydra Island. Now get rid of the image.
For example, has any of you went to like say Bali? Right? Everybody think Bali is like a gigantic beach area.
I used to work out at Bali's.
Wrong Bali, okay?
Valley.
Right?
Yeah, like it was Bali.
So people think that place is just green, like, you know, blue water and beach and everything. That's only a small part of Bali, right? And when you think of Thailand, you think of like really underdeveloped area and stuff like that. You know, flies everywhere, right? When you think of like Singapore, same thing. Like, you know, when you see the food they eat, they're like, oh my god, they must be like, you know, flea market everywhere kind of thing, right?
All right. So my wife wanted to go back to Michigan and see her childhood house.
Why would she want to come back here? I'm trying to leave this.
Exactly. So that's a long drive. She's wanting to drive there, see her childhood home, and then come back home. And so I have a good idea. And I got on Street View. We pulled up her house. We looked up and down the street. She didn't want to go no more. She goes, okay, I see it now. We're done.
You can actually do the time too. You can like shift time shift, like, you know, back in the 90s. Now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so like we were able to see it. So I'm telling you, man, Street View is the way to check it out.
I show her pictures of like the city in Texas and stuff like that. She just think that it's the mental thing, right? She just think that if once you go to Texas, there's no mall to go, there's no place to shop. They probably
Oh
don't
my
even
God.
have.
Biggest malls in Texas.
But here's the thing, though. This kind of thinking came from because we live in Massachusetts. Everybody knows the brand Tiffany, right? Everybody knows that brand, right? Tiffany.
I
Yeah.
do. But,
Yeah.
I gotta go. I'll
Okay.
be in the chat still on YouTube. I gotta go. I gotta wake up my wife and get ready for work.
Cool. All right.
All
See you
right.
later.
Alright.
Everybody
Nice meeting
knows
you, Mike.
Tiffany.
Nice
Now-
meeting you too.
All we had to do is drive across the border to New Hampshire. There is no Tiffany. Zero.
I was wanting to go eat breakfast there, by the way.
All right.
No
That's
Tiffany
Tiffany's.
store shop.
The jewelry shop.
There's a movie about that, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
All right. And they're like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, and stuff like that. They have none of those in New Hampshire. Zero. So that's why she thinks that certain states that she deemed not as modern will not have shop that she goes to. Because of New Hampshire. We drive to New Hampshire, they have nothing. If you drive to Maine, same thing. Nothing. Woods and nothing. We went to Maine. So basically she think that Texas, Alabama, Dallas and stuff like that is like Maine. There's nothing but trees. This is why it's very hard to convince her unless we take her over there one time and then she might like it. Now obviously I'll make sure to influence her by taking her to the best hotel that you can find in that area. We'll go straight to Four Seasons. I think she will like it. Right? Oriental or Four Seasons, I think she will like it right away. Right? So, yeah. Takes time. It takes some effort.
Well,
Are you full?
makes sense.
Are you full?
Well, you can always watch that. What's the name of that cop show? Cops or 48 Hours? They got a lot of Dallas on there.
Yeah, but then like when you watch those cop shows, it just makes you think that's even worse. And then there's a lot of video out there say that out of all the police officers, Texas police officer or Texas Rangers abuse their power the most or something like that. That's why she's like, all those propaganda will make you doesn't want to be in that area. Because we watch a lot of those, like, what's the thing called? They like a police audit kind of stuff. And it's always in Texas. It's always in Texas. They always audit the Texas police.
Oh, you mean the auditors?
Like those people that just carry their camera and go film the police officers.
They're not going, but they're not going to like certain places. Like they're not going into Frisco. They're not going to Highland Park. Yeah, they're not going to certain places. So, because they wouldn't hang out. I mean, they're not going to go hang out down there. I'll tell you that. They're not going to mess with them.
But that's the thing. You would think that police training should be all the same. So what's allowed should be all the same. And then like when you watch those videos, it just tells you that the police is more active and trying to pick on you. Even though I watched the video, I think like if it was up to me, I wouldn't have a problem with it, right? Because it always starts with license and registration, right? Identify yourself. That's fine. If a police ask me to identify myself, I identify myself. I have no problem with that. I have no background, right? So, but then like if you purposely make it harder, of course they gotta be making it harder on you, right? Like that's normal.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Yeah.
But they made it into a way that it's really bad. Like your First Amendment rights taken away, your Fifth Amendment rights taken away. Sure, I mean I can understand some of that, right? But like, in a way, they're obviously picking a fight, right? Why are you taking a photo of the police department? You're picking a fight.
Yeah.
You're purposely trying to egg them to see if they'll come to you.
Because in their mind they can, and that's where the rub comes in. So yeah, and there's bigger problems that they can go after if they would, but
right? Because usually it's traffic stop and reporting in public areas.
Well, actually, a lot of it's going to a post office and filming in a post office. It's like
why would anybody need to film in post office?
Right, and And there's even a poster in the post office that says you can do that. But the people in the post office don't ever read that poster, and then they call the cops on people. So it's really dumb. So
And then you gotta understand, when you call the police, they come out, they have to do a report that they came out. So they had to have all this information, because when they don't feel it, it's their ass on the line, right? So you can kind of understand where that come from. It is entertaining to watch, because obviously you want to see if they will get in trouble. But in reality, does anybody here or say that if a police asks you to identify yourself, you will not?
If I wanted to be a jerk, I would.
I don't think anybody in this chat room will tell me that if police come to you and say, something's happening, I would like you to identify yourself. What's your name? Do you have an ID on you? You are not. You're gonna. I don't think anybody is saying I'm gonna flat out reject it and plead the fifth.
I can't.
I'm gonna think about it.
I can't afford a mistake a cop makes. You know what I mean? Like if they do what they're not supposed to and arrest me because of it, I can't afford to go through the system and have a lawyer and all that kind of thing. So I'll just give them the ID, man.
Yeah, I know, to save my time, I would just give them the ID, because you're going back and forth arguing. It's the same amount of time. You ask for a supervisor, you're 20 minutes in. I don't have that kind of time. Just here, ID, I'm fine, go.
Yeah.
Well, it just escalates too.
Yeah. I mean, we also have to understand the police are trained to supposed to de-escalate, and then being egged on, they obviously have their emotion get the best of them. But that's only human nature, though. It's a job. People are gonna have human, emotion. It's like you try to be a smart ass. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little hard time. What's case scenario? Just let you go, kind of thing. In New York, you will get arrested for not having or presenting ID. In New York, you will get arrested for looking at a police officer wrong.
I don't know now. They ain't got many police.
There's still a lot of police presence. When I'm there, I still see it. I feel safer, though. I do feel safer in a way. I never had a problem with police. So when I see police around, I feel safer. Because you only be afraid of it if, number one, if the police is gonna pick on you, right? Number two, if you committed a crime. I haven't committed a crime, so I'm okay with that. And the only thing that I don't like is the annoyance of being bothered, right? Obviously. But I think it's more bothersome if you fight them and end up having to go to the police department for a chat. It's not tea time. It's not fun. So, but then again, that has to do with personal experience, and obviously I didn't have a problem with it. Right?
So I think one of the things that comes into play with that, Tony, let's say you're in an area and someone calls the police out to your area and they name you, or they say, yeah, it looks like this guy, and you haven't done anything. It was some other guy that maybe looks similar or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so now they're getting your ID simply because someone else called the police on something you weren't involved with at all.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a legal thing? Is that really even the right thing?
Well,
I think that's
like I say, it's annoyance, right? It's really annoying to deal with it. But at the same time, you gotta also put yourself in the other side of the shoes. If I call the police, if I'm the one that's called the police, I want them to do something, right?
Right, but if you're calling the police for the right reasons, right? There are some people who will call the police and they don't understand the law,
right? And
that you have a legal right to be in an area,
and then that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. But somebody has called the police for no good reason. Fine, but that's on that person who's calling it. It really has nothing to do with the police that's doing their job, right? You're making their job harder in a way.
Yeah, it's on that person, but the problem is that they ever follow up and take care of the person and say, hey, by the way, it was a bullshit call. You were wrong. Do they ever do that? No, they don't.
Yeah, most people don't get charged for false report because you can report anonymously, right?
Right.
So, yeah, you can't really help that, right? If somebody want to pick on you, sure. But that's what I'm saying, though. If you resist and you give them a hard time, they have more of reason to say, hey, something's up, right? But if you just like,
Right.
hey, here's my ID. This is what I'm doing here. I have no idea why this is. This is where I was before. I have alibi. Then you're fine. It's that quick, right? Versus you arguing with them 50 minutes, and then finally they took you back to the station. You're like, okay, I'm gonna waste another 20 minutes. I might even need an attorney now because I was being.
So what I hate about it, what I've been thinking about lately, is I watch a ton of this stuff, right? I watch a lot of it, and what I'm kind of having a problem with lately is they're kind of like you said, picking fights, if you will, with the cops. And right now, the cops are like got it in a bad way because of all the defunding bullshit and everything else. And it's like, really, do we really need that kind of attention on the folks we're needing to like police our streets? And so I think the timing is kind of shifted, is what I'm saying. It's not a good time to be fucking with the cops.
That's why I'm saying they're only human. They're doing a job, right? So you pick them on a bad time. Just like if you pick me on a bad time, I'm gonna be angry. Is there a time where a police pulled me over and I was in a rush? I got super pissed off. Yeah, I have, right? But I still give them the license because I need to go. I just like I have somewhere to be. I really don't want to waste time. Here's my ID. There you go.
I tell you, there's one guy. They got pulled over like in a little speed trap town, and they had the video of the dash cam and the cop
Yeah.
camera.
Body cam. Yeah.
And they really did a number on this one guy though. Like where they were seriously wrong with where this cop was like really taking things in a really bad direction. And so you see those things too, where they weren't driving through trying to pick a fight. The guy just didn't want to show his ID because he was in the driver's seat, or he even said, "Hey, was she really speeding?" And the cop kind of was like getting on his ass and wound up arresting him. Took his firearm from him, and it was just a crazy deal. But it's in Texas, and this guy, he had to go to court over it and all that kind of stuff.
I'm much more supporting of like if the police is doing you wrong, right? The police are annoying you, harassing you, all that stuff. I'm much more of like after the work when you have time, go deal with it with a lawyer, sue them for harassment or whatever. Rather than going to the police department and have to deal with that, then hire a lawyer. Now you're dealing with two things, right? I'd rather get a ticket and now I can fight it. I can fight it at my own time. Rather than now I have something to do, now I deal with it.
He was a bit, I won't say belligerent, but he was a bit mouthy at the beginning. And his tone changed after he got, stuffed in the car. And they eventually let him go, and they wrote him a ticket and took his weapon from him. And he spent a good year on that, I think, 6 months, 9 months, because of it. So he fought in court. So, yeah.
Yeah, but then the result is the same, right? The result is the same. Why didn't he just, if he cooperated and then fight it, the result will happen the same, and he will be much easier.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can. There's definitely better ways of handling it than what he did, for sure.
So for me, it's always comply and do what is needed, and I just remember every detail of it. And then if there was issue, right, and then fight it afterward. You can fight it all you want, right? You can just keep going court after court, file report. In fact, if you have record of it, you can have the public court judge the police department until they die, literally, right? Nowadays, put a video on YouTube. Next thing you know, the person's fired. That's the how public court is like nowadays. You don't even have to go to court for it. They automatically contact you.
There's one story I'm telling you about. I think the cop did get fired. It was pretty interesting.
So we're listening to this from Albert, the guy sitting in the shed with all these tools and the tarp.
Albert, I mean, when you need to hide stuff, hide it on the ground. Don't hide it in the shed.
Unabomber.
Yeah, he's sitting over there talking about. I watch a lot of these videos. He's contemplating something.
Yeah, but I do know a lot of people have bad experience, and I always like when you have bad experience, don't fight it. Let them go through their course and then fight it afterward. Because if you fight it on the spot, you're always wrong. They always find a reason because now you're erratic. Now you're not being cooperative.
Yeah. You'll make a mistake or whatever.
You say the wrong thing. You're angry. You say the wrong thing. It's all going on that camera. You're not gonna have. You gotta play the victim, then play the victim all the way. right? So
Yeah, I got a chainsaw, Martin. Why don't you come over and smoke with me, man?
He's got a hat.
Hey, I have a chainsaw too.
And a hockey stick and mask.
I have a chainsaw too. I
I
hate
should
it.
get a hockey mask. Stick it
Mark-
up here, right? I should do that.
Mark says, I hate it when they keep asking you question about random stuff when you're in a rush to get somewhere. Well, see, that's the thing. When they ask you random question, you can choose to you can divert that question back, right? You know, if you get pulled over and they ask you crazy questions, you just like, you know, here's my ID. I have someone to
So-
teach you.
So I have a neighbor that's a cop, right? He's investigator, and he tells us all kinds of stuff about like why they ask you questions. They're looking for you to say the right thing to lead them down another path, to almost
Oh, yeah.
implicate yourself
Yeah.
of something wrong.
Right. And that's why you gotta lead that conversation back to what they were doing, right? So if like, oh, where are you going? And you're like, here's my license. Like lead the
Right.
conversation back.
Like, I'm going to hell if I don't change my ways.
Right? Like you can not answering them. I feel like not answering them and simply be silent are kind of rude because even a normal human being asks you a question, you'll respond. But there is right way to respond and the wrong way to respond, right? There's a
Right.
way to respond as withholding information versus not responding at all. Like I feel like if I'm talking to somebody and this person just choose bluntly ignore me, I'll be pissed, right? So just give them a really vague answer, and usually that will, go back to what they're doing. So, usually you can divert it like the weather's bad, sir. It's kind of hot. Can we hurry up? Kind of thing, So,
Hey, I'm gonna get off, man. Y'all,
all right, I'm gonna get off too.
All right.
So have a good one, everybody. I'll see you guys next time. This is
All
pretty
right.
good. It works out pretty well. So, all right, bye guys.
All right. Be
Peace.
good.